well, we spend a lot of time analyzing the little breadcrumbs you leave us, the clues that we feel are so important to this investigation. And you said he threw all these big parties in the 1980s that all the biggest child stars went to. So my team searched through every possibility using all the clues you left us. And we came up with this image, this man. I'm going to show you his picture. I want you just to confirm if it's the right person or not, okay? Is that him? Mm-hmm. That's him, the man who abused you. Did you give his name to the LAPD?
Yes.
Can I share his name with America?
I just don't want, I mean, again, I don't have legal representation yet.
Then let me, as the host of this show, try to reciprocate some of your braveness by sharing the name myself.
Okay.
The man whose picture I just showed to Corey, his name is Alphy Hoffman. What does that name mean to you?
Well, he was the guy who ran Alphy Soda Pop Club. And I met him when I was 12 years old. He came to my house to pick me up in his car. And I had heard rumors that he threw the coolest parties in town, and he was very connected. And he was the son of Bobby Hoffman, who was the top casting director at the time for one of the major studios. That studio ran many of the hit shows that were on TV at the time, from Happy Days to Laverne and Shirley to Mork and Mindy. I mean, all the top shows, and many of the shows that I guest appeared on as a kid, because I went from one show to the next to the next. So when you got an invite to go to Bobby Hoffman's private party, this was a very big thing. And the fact that his son was coming to pick me up himself was also a very big thing. And my mom ushered me into the car and said, "Go have fun." And the first few times I went, it was fairly innocent. I mean, that's where, if you read my book and you talk about the story where I started dancing like Michael Jackson, I started doing the Billie Jean, and they were throwing me the hat and everybody was circling around me, and that's what started my whole music career, was going to those parties and getting that feedback from people. That happened at those parties. And those parties were relatively kid-friendly. But interestingly, that's where I met, the guy that ended up molesting Haim. That's where there was a bunch of these guys. They were all hanging out together at these parties. And the thing is, there weren't a lot of parents at the party. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of kids everywhere. And there was a lot of producer-type guys and Hollywood-type guys. And maybe one or two moms, maybe three moms that kind of chaperoned. Yeah. But really, there weren't a lot of parents there, because he would pick them up and he became friends with all these kids.